entire research wing has collapsed.
Then can't we just swim the rest of the way?
No. The water is electrified with a lethal high-voltage current.
So now what?
We'll have to use whatever we have at our disposal.
Thank you so much, Adam, for stating the obvious. I'm so glad you're here to tell me that the water... Soul's like, don't you dare. You'd pick her lock? No, you just open her box. Ah, shit. Okay. Nope. I actually locked onto that. Okay, good. Wait, am I supposed to do something with this little guy? Oh, no, he's actually just fixing something. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Eve, me, you, and ladders don't really work together. Okay, there we go. One, two, three. I don't know why I always wait the first time around. There's plenty of time to just click it. Yeah, come on, little dude. Oh, right, I don't have my sword. Tumblr expansion, nice.
We should be able to get to the research building's entrance with the rope.
Excuse me? Thank you. Shut up, Adam. You idiot. You what? With this rope? Oh, oh my God, just survived. I feel like I have to go over that way. Right? Because I got to get over there. I think I got to jump up there. Yeah, the animation, like, in general, it's super cool how her sword is the piece in her hair. And it just, like, transforms into everything. Which, unfortunately, you know, is, I think, the reason why... Oh, am I supposed to jump on you? Why there's no other cool weapons. Because that's what I really want. I want Eve to have a bunch of different weapons. Eve, what is this direction? What are you doing? I don't know what that was. I went up, down, and she went all over the place. Oh, thank you for that yellow paint, developers. I appreciate it. Man, I wouldn't have known where to go if not for that yellow paint. Okay, let's slide down. I'm assuming. Is there any other reason why I would need this up here? The logic behind what lips you can grab and what you can't is asinine. Absolutely asinine.
Your way through it. Way to go, Eve. Look, there's a supply camp.
Nice. Let's take a second to regroup.
9. That's it? I feel like you're robbing some points there. Haven't you heard? That's like the only reason this game is popular. It's definitely not because it's a good game or anything. Oh, that's actually a pretty sweet one. That's actually better than I thought. It's better than just a reskin. Ooh, okay. I like that upgrade. Oh my god. It's a furry suit. Not only is it literally furry, but they gave her a tail. Okay. We're stuck with it. We're stuck with it now, though.
It's just like that one we fought before.
It must have fed on the hypercell's energy.
Watch out, Eve!
I fought it before. Don't worry.
Wow, that weapon sucks for this. Stop moving, you prick. Let me shoot you in the face. There we go. Charge faster. Wow, that did pitiful damage. Dude, the pistol form is so much stronger than the blaster form for that. Oh my god. This guy would be dead now if I didn't just use the laser. Except now I'm out of ammo, so that's cool. Aim for the weak glowing spots? Wait, you mean the basically yellow paint spots on the boss? Why didn't I think of that? That's cool. Did the old movie trope. Run straight into the thing falling at you. Alright, there we go. Let's close this out.
You did it!
You
Not as
did
hard
it!
as I expected.
While we sit in the ship and just don't risk our lives. Weapon core. More damage. Nice. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, that...
The cell is intact.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I also found a
Like
legacy.
fucking idiots.
It's
They're
almost
running
like
for like a
it's time
quarter
to
mile.
use
Like,
this.
dude, you could have ran 10 feet that
I'm
way and
getting more
survived.
curious. Let's investigate.
Let's check it out.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what happens when you have writers who don't know how to write themselves out of a situation that they put themselves in the first place.
Dive, 8th record. Legacy account Raven. I have discovered an important record of human history. A war ignited by Mother Sphere broke out, and as previously recorded, humanity was defeated. Earth then became the stage for the Andro-Eidos. Andro-Eidos declared themselves the new human race. This new human race, with Mother Sphere at its heart, made tremendous progress and advanced humanity. And the surviving humans, the real humans, they evacuated to an underground facility. Some, led by Raphael Marx, waited here at this facility for an opportunity to strike back. During this time, the surviving humans evolved in order to gain the strength to face the androids. The result of genetic engineering and rapid evolution. Beings that have lost everything. Everything but brute strength and survival instinct. That's what they've become. Monsters. The monsters that we're fighting are the Naytibas.
Naytibas. They were humans.
They're people!
Then, those we've killed so far, they were all...
They were all
humans.
people.
I can't believe this.
But this production facility was definitely made for Naytibas. If the Naytibas were human, we, the ones fighting against humans, must be...
Andro-Eidos. Are we Andro-Eidos?
The creatures brought into existence, created by Mother Sphere.
No, we're humans. Humans with complete bodies, perfectly in harmony with machinery and living tissue. Naytibas, on the other hand, are incomplete because they are made only of living tissue. They can't adapt to different environments, and they can't even
Are
survive
you
in
really
space.
trying to tell me that you think that you're human when you clearly have,
If
like,
we were created to solve such imperfections.
you have mechanical parts inside you?
Then, why Why did Mother Sphere hide this truth from us?
I need to think.
Yes. I don't think we can reach a conclusion about this on our own. I really do think we should talk to Orkel about all this.
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah, you know, can I pause here? I can't pause. Okay, I'll talk about some thoughts here. So basically, after this cutscene, I'm gonna call it for now. Go take a break, grab some dinner, and then I'll be back later. But I'm also gonna talk about some thoughts I have about the story thus far.
You're here. Excellent work.
Hey, time for a smoke?
I'll take care of myself.
Possibly. I don't know how long this cutscene is gonna be.
I see you have something you'd like to ask me. Perhaps you came across the library at Lavoir.
We would like to know the truth.
Yes. It is a long, long story. We are certainly human, but this was not the case not too long ago.
Okay,
It
let me
is true that those who came before were responsible.
see what he
for the
says. That might
creation of
temper
Mother
what I
Sphere.
think.
The ones now referred to as the last surviving humans. They created us, the Androidos, through Mother Sphere, and for a time we lived in a kind of symbiosis with them.
Then we're androids. We were created.
Then why did Mother Sphere...
The reason is unknown. However, at some point, Mother Sphere made a decision. Humanity's survival depended on a reorganization of the species. And that conflict led to war, and the eventual extinction of the surviving humans.
That can't be.
The few who escaped destruction were scattered to the winds, but some managed to flee and find shelter in the ruins in Lavoir. It was originally a facility for the purpose of genetically evolving mankind. After all, lifespans of the surviving humans were very short. That facility was the birthplace of what we have come to call Netibas. The records in the legacy are all true. All this time we have been waging war on our own ancestors. Now, my personal link has extended to a fairly wide area. The next Alpha Netiba cannot be found here on Earth. So...
Oh shit, we're going to space?
Well, that still doesn't change the fact that Netibas are our enemies.
All right. If we've come this far, we have no choice but to reach the nest through the Master Core.
Just suck it down.
Give me the coordinates of the Alpha Netiba.
As you wish. When you
Oh, I guess that makes
return,
sense. The
I will
cover
tell
art is
you
literally
the
her in
rest of the
space.
story. Or perhaps it would be better to hear it straight from the Elder's mouth.
Okay, let me find my way to a save point. Because I'm sure Adam's gonna feel like talking to us as soon as we get on these stairs, right? Yeah. Frickin'
So,
Adam.
You are leaving them?
Mm-hmm.
No, Adam.
Understood.
I have to check this
The next
place for
destination
side
I'm
quests
picking
like
up
happens
off
every
the Tues.
time.
At the end of the orbit elevator?
Yes, in space. Orbit Elevator 4 was operating fine until recently.
Oh, Jesus.
But getting there won't be easy. I guess I'll have to come up with an infiltration. Eve, make sure you and Lily are both well prepared before leaving.
Alright, there's our save. So, I feel like so it seemed like to me, it seemed like there were supposed to be two revelations there. The first that should have hit, unfortunately, somebody freaking spoiled it in one of my comment sections on YouTube, which is a pain in the ass. Just like, why? The second revelation seems to me that it's supposed to be some big surprise. Oh my god, more biblical references, yeah. It's supposed to be some big surprise that they're androids, but we've known that since literally the first mission in the game. When we're running around Tacky on the beach, she's like, here, for your, what was it, for your biocore or whatever? And like, Tacky got her arm cut off, and we see like all the mechanical inside. So like, we knew we were androids. So like, do they not know they're androids? Like, it's very weird writing for them to all of a sudden be like, we're not human? Like, yeah, no shit. Like, I don't know. The way that they led up to that, I was always kind of wondering myself, because like, they literally, when the trailers were coming out, wasn't it like they literally knew? Because in the trailers, I thought it was known that she was an android, like before the game came out. Well, I guess it depends on... I guess it depends on how you define that, though. To be fair, when I think android, typically I go to Dragon Ball Z, right? And in Dragon Ball Z, the androids were humans that were converted into robots. But they started as human. I don't know how accurate that is. But... yeah, I don't know. Something is missing where it seemed like that was some big revelation of them, and I'm just like, hasn't that been known for the past like 20 hours? Because it was a little bit confusing because they kept saying like, this is the city of the last humans. So I guess that was kind of the hint to say that like they all think they're some kind of human, maybe cybernetically enhanced humans. They are cyborgs in Japanese. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. So then a better... okay, so then a better representation than of android would be... oh, what's the game? Detroit? Oh, what's that game? Not Become Detroit. It's the one where you play the the detective. There's the girl. Detroit Become Human. I got it before I saw your comment. Yeah, so that would be a better representation of an android, right? Yeah. Excuse me, itchy throat. So I guess maybe... yeah, I guess maybe they thought they were more cyborg than android. I don't know. I don't think that that was necessarily conveyed the best way. Because again, I know they kept saying the last city of humans, but like you walk around and like, okay, that could be a well, yeah, basically it's a helmet. But like if we look at the guy, let's look at this barber. Like, this guy is clearly not human. Right? Like, he's clearly got mechanics in his face. So, I don't know. something's off about the story, and the fact that like how can it possibly be a revelation? Oh right, Jake, I'm sorry. I thought you've played the game. I thought you played the game. I didn't realize that you hadn't played it yet. Well, so that being the case, the whole revelation that, like, what's that floating? This drone? That drone's our little helper, and he turns into a gun. You've seen a solid review on it. Ah, got it. Okay. Okay. So, the other thing that apparently is supposed to be some, like, you know, big coming to moment is when we found out that, like, Mother Sphere created androids, and that the androids basically wiped out humans. But every little, like, guy that you walk up to, right, that has, like, one of these little dots, but is dead and has, like, a memory stick. I wonder if I can read any of them here. If we go to databank. Yeah, see, I have a million of these. They basically, like, half of these, they basically all say, like, don't trust Mother Sphere. Mother Sphere's bad. Mother Sphere betrayed us. And then the game, there was a scene where it's like, this whole big thing that Mother Sphere betrayed him. It's like, duh. Like, yeah, obviously, Mother Sphere, the big old AI in the sky, is bad. Of course. But, I mean, I think the reality of the situation is even the lead developer, you know, the game lead, he even tweeted out, he's like, the story needed more time to, it needed more time to bake. The story was not great. So I think in all fairness, I think it's one thing, like, if your lead developer comes out and is like, no, it was great, and it really sucks. But if they're like, yeah, we focused way more on the gameplay first, and then kind of worked on the story, and the story needed more time to bake. All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You at least know that you messed up. And so I can give people way more credit when they can, you know, when they can recognize their own mistakes or their own shortcomings. But when you have people that just are so brain dead, like, have you seen any of this Mind's Eye stuff? This absolutely train wreck of a game. What? Oh. Okay. I was so confused for a second. I get your message now, but I thought instead of you saying, hey, I'm Jake, I thought this was somebody else being like, Jake is acting up. And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, so like with Mind's Eye, how it's just a big train wreck, and the lead of that game is like, no, the game's great. All the hate is just coming from people who are paid by Rockstar because they want to make this game seem not great before GTA 6. Is like, dude, shut up. Your game sucks. Everyone knows your game sucks. Just be quiet. Yeah, Mind's Eye is real. So I didn't play it. I actually, to be fair and to be honest, Mind's Eye was one of the games that I saw the trailer for during one of the shows. What was it, 2 weekends ago? And I wishlisted it because the trailer that I saw actually looked pretty interesting. And then the game came out, you know? Well, actually, before the game came out, there were already problems before then.
Lily, have you seen Adam?
While we wait. So, Eve.
Yeah, that's what it is. They kept saying the main body frame.
We can now distribute the body cell's power for greater offensive capability. It might add some stress, but we could increase the socket count to equip an additional exospine.
Oh, sick. Okay.
That'll be of great help during combat. Please get to this right away, Lily.
Yep. Oh, hold on. There. Done.
Thank you, Lily.
Yeah, the trailer seemed fine. And then you had a lot of people who were asking for review codes, and they said, no, we're not giving out any review codes. When there's a dev who did a playtest, they had to, or not a playtest, but, you know, they were like recording footage. They were doing like a showcase. They had to throw on God mode several times because they literally couldn't complete the missions because they were so broken. Yeah, that thing with the head of the studio came out before the game came out and saying all the people who were hating on it are being paid by Rockstar. Yeah, there were a lot of problems with it. And they actually, so they paid a bunch of streamers to do sponsored streams for it. And after like a day or two, they were like, pull the cord. So the only streamer who I've seen this happen to was Carnage, because his clip kind of went viral. But he like booted up the game. He was in the middle of like starting it, and he got a message from like his agent or management company, I guess. And they were like, hey, cut it. They're pausing all sponsored streams. And so before he even got in the game, he just Alt F4, let's go into Dune. Like, that was it. Yeah, it's very, very troubled. Very troubled game. From what it seems like, and all the coverage that I've been watching of it, it seems like what happened is, so this studio basically wanted to make like a Roblox style game where you have like your core game and then you can start making stuff inside the game so people can kind of make their own like modded their own modded version. So it was supposed to be, what was it called? Was it like, I think it was called like Everywhere or Everything or something, where it was like, this is your engine and then you can build inside it and you can do all these like, you know, custom game modes basically. And then at some point it got turned into Mind's Eye and it just didn't work. It just didn't work. I mean, the game itself is like 6 hours long. It's nothing. And from what I've heard, another sketchy thing, whether this is intentional or not, I don't think anyone can realistically say unless you're in the company. But typically your return window for games is like 2 hours. And apparently the first 2 hours of the game is like 90% cutscenes. Which says a lot when the game is only 6 or 7 hours long. You know? Like, that says a lot. But it seems like PlayStation and I don't know about, I'm assuming Steam is usually pretty good at this. But PlayStation has started just giving out mass refunds because it's just like not good. I'm assuming Steam is usually pretty good at that, so I would assume that you could return it. But again, like if you hit that 2 hour mark because you've seen all the cutscenes, and the thing is like the cutscenes actually look pretty good. You know, like how the game looks, not necessarily in game, but like anything that's like rendered looks pretty good. And then you get to the actual game that you paid for. and then it's a bit more rough. Yeah, it's kind of a shady tactic to do that, to just put like none. And the thing that you just said too, front load all the effort, right? While it's not while you're talking more about like make the player kind of sit there and watch for a couple hours, and then get to the actual gameplay. From what I've heard as well, the beginning, even though it's mostly cutscenes, once you actually get into the gameplay, like the first hour or two is mostly fine. I mean, you still have problems where like there's just nothing in the city. It's not really open world like they say it is. It's very linear. NPCs just like don't react, all that kind of stuff. But bug-wise, it actually plays fine. It's after those first like hour or two of gameplay. So basically, if you're thinking the game is like 7 hours long, you got 2 hours of cutscenes, then you got an hour or two. So once you're like 50% of the way through the game, it starts getting pretty bad. Which, you know, with this game, with Stellar Blade, I think based on the main missions that I've seen, I think we're about halfway through the game, and we're 22 hours in. Thank you for all, Jake. Appreciate you being here, being a bro. All right. That being said, I gotta go make some dinner and take a break. I might be on. I'll probably be on a little bit later than I normally am. I don't. Twitch sucks. Oh, rip Twitch. Yeah, so I'll probably be on a little bit later than I normally am. It'll probably be closer to like 6:37 that I'm back on. But I might go a little bit later since I have Friday off. But yeah, we gotta get it. Oh man, that means I gotta pick up a bunch. Yeah, I gotta pick up all these side quests. I'm kind of torn. Like, do I want to do all these side quests? I think I am, because we're still going at a decent pace. This will be another 20 hours. I was wondering what the next gonna hang with the wife. Oh yeah, you got the wife's birthday. Yeah, so you do you. I was trying to think of like what the next game I want to play is, even though I'm only like halfway through this one. But they're coming out with an update for Berserker of Kazan. That could be sweet. Because I really liked the demo when I played it. And that was when I had played no Souls-likes. That was basically my first entry into the genre. It was like the first 2 hours of Berserker of Kazan. And that game seems sweet. Yeah, it's definitely more of like in this more action... I don't know how to describe it, but it's definitely more in like the faster pace Souls-like, as opposed to the slow, methodical, like From Software style. So I think that would be a pretty sweet one to play too. Isn't based in a gacha realm? I don't think so. I don't think there's any gacha to it. Or do you just mean it's like based on a gacha game? That I don't know. I know it's based on something. I know Kazan is another game. I don't know about the gacha though. But yeah, I do know that it's like part of an IP. I just don't know which one. Two seconds. Okay, let me repair here quick.
There be an alpha native
DNF World?
If it hadn't been for Oracle.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard that. Dungeon Fighter on... Oh, you know what? Maybe I have heard of that. Maybe I have. Yeah, let's take a rest. But yeah, that might be a cool one. We'll see. We'll see. We got plenty of time. I mean, like I said, if we're 20 hours in, I got probably another five days of playing this or something like that. Assuming we're doing all the not cutscenes, side quests, and we're kind of doing everything. But yeah, that's gonna do it for now. I'll be back shortly. Jake, if I don't see you again, have fun at your wife's birthday. Have fun at your wife's birthday. I mean, you're probably just whatever. You know what I mean. All right, take it easy, everyone. Be back shortly.